Hey everyone, welcome to Judging for the Win. I'm Dave, and this is my daily ruling. Amy wants to kill Nick's grizzly bears by using diplomatic relations to make it deal damage to itself. Is this possible? Okay, so if we just look at what's written on the card, you should have said that this works just fine. You might recall from my video on Hex plus 5 creatures that if a spell uses the word target multiple times, that means it is legal for each instance of the word target to be the same creature. There isn't any wording printed on diplomatic relations that would signify otherwise, but if you already know the answer to this question, you might have observed that I worded those last few sentences extremely carefully. That's because Wizards did not intend for this to be possible. When I asked this question to one of my friends who doesn't keep up with current Magic, he said the wording on diplomatic relations was kind of weird, because usually effects like this say that the creature dealing damage has to be a creature you control. And Wizards has stated that this wording was supposed to be featured on diplomatic relations too. They just mistakenly let it go to print with the current wording. As such, Wizards has issued errata to change its wording to what they intended. Therefore, this trick does not work. Now, issuing errata to cards is nothing new. For example, this Elvish Visionary was printed before the game term Battlefield was invented, and this one was printed before they stopped including that term on triggered abilities with this template. They've even issued functional errata from time to time, for instance on Hostage Taker, which was changed to only be able to exile another target creature after it was realized that, as worded, playing it on an empty board would result in an unending stream of Hostage Taker exiling itself, then bringing itself back, drawing the game. Likewise, Teferi's +1 was errated to untap up to 2 lands, so that players who controlled no tapped lands would not be forced to untap their opponents. A more recent example, Wheel of Potential received errata after a popular judging YouTube channel called attention to the fact that its printed wording did not make the effects contingent on its controller's choice to actually pay X energy. Now that said, Wizards has historically done a pretty good job of getting stuff like this right the first time, such that issuing errata before a card sees print is rather rare. That's why I've decided to include in Edge of Eternity's Week this PSA episode to raise awareness, since otherwise it's very reasonable for a player to be caught off guard by this card. If you search online for MTG Oracle Card Database, you can find a website that will let you look up whether any given card has errata or not. You may hear people referring to this database as Gatherer because its current web address is gatherer.wizards.com. The wording in this database is considered to be the official text of any card in a Magic tournament, although the head judge can overrule that text if they believe it contains an error. I'm not familiar with any cases of a head judge actually doing this outside of cases where such an error was documented publicly online via a variety of sources, but this line exists to stop people from bringing zero-day exploits to Magic tournaments. And that's all I have for you today. How did you do? Join me again next time for another daily ruling. Until then, I hope you have a great day.